Picture for a moment that everything in your life begins to move with ease. The right individuals appear exactly when needed. Doors open effortlessly. Your body feels light. Your thoughts are clear, and your heart rests in calm. What if I told you this isn't a dream or coincidence, but the result of your personal frequency? Every single thing in existence vibrates. You vibrate. Your thoughts, your emotions, your speech, and your behaviors all send out a particular frequency. This frequency acts like a silent language the universe understands and reacts to. That's why what you emit is what returns to you. But here's something many people miss. Lifting your vibration briefly is not enough. Lasting change occurs when you sustain a higher frequency consistently, not relying on outside events, not letting life's highs and lows sap your strength or separate you from your inner source of power. That's the central idea of this video. We're going to explain why maintaining a high frequency is not only achievable, but vital if you want to elevate your awareness, manifest with clarity, and live rooted in your spiritual essence. You'll come to see that raising your vibration has nothing to do with pretending to be happy or staying upbeat all the time. It's not about avoiding challenges. It's about preserving an internal state of honesty, alignment, and presence, even when chaos surrounds you. This video will guide you through that process. We'll explore the ancient origins of vibration in spiritual teachings. You'll learn how frequency operates within your physical body, your thoughts, and your spirit. We'll expose what suppresses your vibration and how to move past it. And at last, you'll be introduced to practices and choices that allow you to remain in a high-energy state that endures. Be prepared to remember that you're more than a physical form, more than your story, more than your changing emotions. You are living energy in motion, and today you'll discover how to elevate and maintain that energy like a master. Are you ready to cross that threshold? The belief that all things vibrate isn't some modern trend. It's an age-old truth passed down by the wisest cultures in human history. From the sacred wisdom of ancient Egypt to the spiritual disciplines of India, vibration has always been regarded as a foundational law of the universe. The Kybalion, an old mystical manuscript, declares in its second great principle, nothing rests. Everything is in motion. Everything vibrates. This clear yet powerful insight reveals something vital. Vibration is the rhythm of creation itself. Everything that exists, from physical matter to thoughts, to feelings, to soul, pulses with its own frequency. That frequency not only defines its essence, but also shapes what it connects with. In Vedic philosophy, this is referred to as spanda, or divine vibration. Here, divine presence, whether Shiva, Brahman, or pure consciousness, is not seen as still, but as an ongoing dance of dynamic energy running through all existence. The cosmos is not mechanical or lifeless. It is alive, a grand orchestra, and each person is a distinct note within its harmony. Native American shamans recognize this same truth. For them, all beings, stones, rivers, birds, humans, carry an inner song. When someone falls ill, it's as though they've lost their song. Healing, then, is restoring their vibration to match the Great Spirit. These insights were quietly preserved through sacred rites, hidden from a world too focused on what can be touched or measured. Yet the mystical never vanished. It only became more subtle. In our time, quantum science has begun verifying what ancient seers long knew. Matter is not truly solid. All is made of moving energy, and vibration is the underlying structure of reality. So what does this mean for your life? It means you're not fixed. You are not your memories, not your passing emotions, not even your thoughts. You are a changing vibration, and that vibration can be shifted. Have you ever met someone whose presence instantly brings peace, or someone who feels heavy before they even speak? That's vibration. It isn't something you can fake, but it is something you can raise. This is the great spiritual invitation. Most people live fluctuating between emotional highs and lows, shaped by their surroundings. But ancient masters showed us it's possible to stabilize a high frequency and embody it consistently. How? Not through shallow quick fixes or surface-level optimism, but by undergoing a real inner shift where your soul takes the lead and your body, thoughts, and emotions align with it. This insight is revolutionary. Because once you grasp your own frequency, you begin to understand your life. And when you lift your vibration, you don't just improve your experiences, you change the world around you. To keep your frequency elevated for good, you must first understand what it actually is and how it forms. It's not a vague or abstract concept. Your vibration is the total expression of who you are at this moment. Your thoughts, your emotions, your speech, your behaviors, your routines, and most importantly, your inner intentions. Picture yourself as a radio station. Every feeling, thought, and word tunes you to a certain frequency. Some frequencies are light, peaceful, and clear. Others are turbulent, dense, and scattered. The important thing isn't just lifting your state temporarily, but making that elevated frequency your standard level. So what contributes to that frequency? First, it's your mindset, how you interpret what happens. Two individuals may live the same event and respond entirely differently. One may spiral into panic, anger, or despair. The other may stay grounded, observe, and respond wisely. Who do you think vibrates higher? The key isn't merely the act of thinking, it's how you think. If your mind is constantly filled with fear, judgment, blame, or comparison, you're stuck in a low frequency. Even if you meditate or do spiritual practices, your vibration truly rises when your thoughts align with awareness. When you no longer react automatically, but intentionally choose your perception. Next, long-term emotional tone matters. It's not about denying feelings. It's about not letting them rule you. You might experience sadness, frustration, or worry. These are natural and human. But when they become your emotional baseline, your frequency drops. Emotions like gratitude, on the other hand, vibrate far higher than guilt or bitterness. You can train your inner world to dwell in elevated emotions, even during hardship. What truly matters is not which emotions pass through you, but which ones you consistently carry. So what contributes to that frequency? First, it's your mindset, how you interpret what happens. Two individuals may live the same event and respond entirely differently. One may spiral into panic, anger, or despair. The other may stay grounded, observe, and respond wisely. Who do you think vibrates higher? The key isn't merely the act of thinking, it's how you think. If your mind is constantly filled with fear, judgment, blame, or comparison, you're stuck in a low frequency. Even if you meditate or do spiritual practices, your vibration truly rises when your thoughts align with awareness, when you no longer react automatically, but intentionally choose your perception. Next, long-term emotional tone matters. It's not about denying feelings. It's about not letting them rule you. You might experience sadness, frustration, or worry. These are natural and human. But when they become your emotional baseline, your frequency drops. Emotions like gratitude, on the other hand, vibrate far higher than guilt or bitterness. You can train your inner world to dwell in elevated emotions, even during hardship. What truly matters is not which emotions pass through you, but which ones you consistently carry. Maintaining a high vibration in such an environment requires a quiet kind of rebellion. Don't expect applause or validation. People may misunderstand or ignore you, but in that quiet space, your strength grows. When you no longer rely on others to understand you, that's when you become free. There's also the pitfall of spiritual arrogance, confusing a higher frequency with being superior or more advanced than others. Seeking self-worth by comparison actually lowers your frequency. The soul doesn't compete, it simply radiates. The higher you rise, the more humility, empathy, and silent confidence you carry. Holding a high vibration doesn't mean denying human emotions. It means not being controlled by them. You can experience grief without being consumed. You can confront fear without surrendering your strength. You can recognize your darkness without letting it block your light. This is where mindful self-awareness becomes vital. Not to criticize yourself, but to realign. Ask yourself, does this thought uplift or drain me? Does this feeling connect me with others or separate me? Does this action express my truth or my fear? The aim isn't perfection, it's integrity with your own vibration. Be honest with yourself in each moment, even if it's uncomfortable, because holding truth with compassion naturally raises your frequency, not through your actions, but through your chosen way of being. And finally, the most transformative element, surrender. When you stop resisting, controlling, or forcing outcomes, your energy expands. High vibration isn't something you force, it's something you allow. It emerges when you align with the rhythm of life, trust what you cannot see, and remember that you are supported by a greater intelligence. Elevating your vibration is a leap of faith. Maintaining it is the art of mastery. This isn't something that happens once or occasionally. It's a continuous path, a choice you make with every thought, word, and gesture. Real spiritual practice isn't measured by how many books you've read or ceremonies you know, but by how consciously you live each moment. Here are 7 practices that, if followed with consistency, can powerfully shift your energy and help you sustain a higher frequency long-term. 1. Begin your day with intention. Avoid starting your morning in reaction mode. Don't rush to check your phone or jump into your to-do list. Instead, pause and connect with yourself. Close your eyes, take a few slow breaths, and ask, what energy do I want to bring into today? This sets the energetic tone from the very beginning. No matter what the day brings, your inner state is already chosen. 2. Be conscious of what you take in. Beyond just food, everything you absorb influences your energy. It's not about being perfect, but becoming aware. Observe how certain foods, music, conversations, news, or online content affect your mood. Do they elevate or deplete you? High vibration means choosing inputs that nourish, not drain. Surround yourself with people, places, and messages that feed your spirit. 3. Invite stillness and conscious breath. Amid the noise of everyday life, take pauses to simply breathe. Just 5 minutes of silence can uplift your vibration more than hours of rushing. Your breath bridges your physical form and your deeper energy field. Inhale with presence, exhale with ease, and return to the moment. That's where your truest vibration exists. 4. Speak from a place of truth. Words carry energy. Every sentence shapes your vibrational field. Avoid falling into complaining, judging, or blaming. Not because they're morally wrong, but because they lower your frequency. Instead, speak from sincerity, love, and clarity. Let your voice be a channel of peace, honesty, and purpose. 5. Move with presence. Your body is designed for movement, and energy flows through motion. Whether it's dancing, walking with intention, practicing yoga, or stretching after waking, these are all ways to activate your energy. Physical stagnation leads to emotional blockages. Movement is your energetic medicine. 6. Practice gratitude without needing a reason. Gratitude carries one of the purest frequencies. You don't have to wait for big events to feel thankful. Appreciate the little things: fresh air, sunlight, your path forward. Gratitude transforms your energy and invites abundance. True abundance isn't about having more, but seeing the richness in what already is. 7. Rest with intention. Sleep isn't just physical repair, it's energetic renewal. Your body needs quality rest to integrate the experiences of your day. Honor your sleep by creating calming nighttime rituals. Unplug from negativity before bed. This ensures you awaken aligned, clear, and energetically refreshed. Keep in mind, raising your vibration is not an endpoint. It's a sacred rhythm you live every day. You don't need to get everything right. You just need to show up with presence. A conscious decision, a single breath of silence, or a deliberate choice can bring you back to your center. At any given time, you hold the ability to decide, to either be pulled into the chaos around you or rise into the calm strength of your soul. You've arrived here for a purpose. Your spirit led you to this point because it's time to remember something sacred. You are not at the mercy of the energies that surround you. You are the originator of the energy you broadcast. Even in a world that constantly pulls, drains, and disconnects, holding a high frequency is an act of personal empowerment. It's a path that not only reshapes your own life, but touches everyone who crosses your path. As we've explored, energy spreads. When you choose to operate from a higher state, your very presence becomes a spark for others who are ready to awaken. But this is where many people stall, waiting for a miracle or expecting their emotions to sustain themselves. A high vibration isn't something that arrives overnight. It's the outcome of a deep, consistent devotion to yourself. It asks that you stay aware of your thoughts, that you listen to your emotions as guides, and honor your body as a sacred vessel, not a cage. Above all, it requires you to treat the present moment as your seat of power, because only in the now can you make decisions from alignment. Guard your energy, clear your field, elevate your habits, and become a channel for divine awareness. This is not abstract theory. It's a living way of being. It's choosing stillness when noise surrounds you. It's walking away from what no longer supports your truth, even when it's hard. It's continuing to walk in light when the world around you seems to be falling apart. That's what real, steady frequency looks like. That's the kind of energy that doesn't rely on outside validation. That's the power within you that turns you into the author of your own story. And when you hold this frequency consistently, something profound unfolds. The outer world starts mirroring your inner reality. The spaces around you transform, your relationships deepen, opportunities appear in harmony, not because you're chasing them, but because your vibration is already aligned with their presence. To be clear, the world doesn't need more theories or empty words. It needs more souls living from their essence. Souls like yours ready to reclaim their energy with compassion, truth, and mindful presence. If these words resonate with you, don't let them fade. Integrate them, live them. Let them shape your choices. If you're ready to explore the deeper realms of energy, spiritual growth, and transformation, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And if this message moved you, like the video, and share it with others who are on the path of remembering who they truly are. Because when your frequency rises, the entire universe begins to harmonize with your rhythm.